Valley School District wants lawmakers to come back to the Golden Dome this fall for a special session. The current education funding formula, they say, is holding up construction projects. It comes at a time when education reform is in flux in the Green Mountain State. Adam Sullivan reports.
School officials here in Woodstock say the current state of education funding across Vermont is tying their hands when it comes to much-needed construction projects. New blacktop greets commuters at the Woodstock Union Middle and High School. But inside the school, the systems from plumbing to electrical are nearly 70 years old and failing.
There are parts of the building that are very concerning. Sewage coming into the cafeteria is not healthy for our students and faculty.
In March of 2024, voters in the Mountain View Supervisory Union, which includes Woodstock and 7 other towns, rejected a $99 million bond to build a new facility. And now just making needed repairs to the current school could come with a steep cost.
I need to ensure that my students have a safe and welcoming environment to come to school every day.
Beginning last summer, set forth by the legislature, school construction projects were included in a district's overall per pupil spending, which means a big project like the one proposed in Woodstock would send school spending through the roof and likely trigger stiff financial penalties for taxpayers. For School Board Chair Carrie Bristow, the issue is personal.
For one thing, I taught for 39 years in this building, so I'm well aware of all of its problems.
She is leading the effort, calling for a special session to separate or decouple construction projects from per pupil spending.
We foresee this fall that we may have to put up to millions of dollars in just to keep the building functioning.
A special session can only be called by the governor, and lawmakers tell us it's not likely.
I certainly empathize and recognize the condition of the school.
State Representative Charles Kimball will be meeting with school officials in Woodstock next week to discuss next steps.
To figure out, well, how else are we going to get this done? And that's why I want to meet with them to figure out, if not that, then what? And it's a real need. We got to fix it.
Currently, lawmakers are working on statewide education reform, which could force districts to merge and schools to close. Ideally, the superintendent here says a new building makes the most sense long term.
The frustration is that I want my communities to make that decision, and I don't want that decision to be made by legislators in Montpelier.
School officials here say if the decoupling issue is not resolved by this fall, any sort of sizable construction project being presented to voters will not be possible. Reporting from Woodstock, Adam Sullivan, Channel 3 News.